everybody to All In Sports, the big dog, Lee Ice, chopping it up with the ladies, Dee Marie and Sharon. Man, we really been chopping it up. But
Yes, we have.
I need a special request. I need to see the big dog face when I ask this question.
Where is it?
There it is, y'all. You've been hiding all this time. All right. With all we talked about, all the statements we done made and everything, here's the question to the three of y'all. Are y'all ready for it? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
We've heard about it. We say we should do it. But is there really unconditional love?
Absolutely.
But it seems like we've been talking about conditions.
That's the problem with society today.
So
It's,
what is
everything is conditional. But again,
what-
remember what we said before. You're talking about you can't put everyone in that category. There are some exceptions. There are some people who can supply that.
Can you supply it?
Absolutely.
You sure?
I'm 100% sure. Yes.
Okay, because I just heard you say you got to have a car. You got to have something. So isn't that a condition?
It's a condition, but that's not going to make me love you any less. You may not have one at the time. Let's work together to get you one.
What if they
I
don't
just
want one?
feel you gotta want a car. How you gonna get anywhere, even if you're not going to work?
Trust me, it's a lot of guys out here now that they happy with Uber and Lyft. Ride
Well,
sharing.
even the vast majority, and it's not just, it's the vast majority. It's just the way where we are steaming in society, because even DMV had said the masses, from DMVs all over the United States, there's not as many teenagers rushing to get a driver's license. Like when we were younger, it was like the thing to get a car and have a driver's license and graduate high school. And they're just not anymore because of the convenience of Uber. Why go get a car and go get a license when I can, on my app, I can go ahead and get me a Uber and DoorDash and whatever. The convenience is all about convenience nowadays. So now they can go to these parties and after parties and they can drink till their heart is content and don't have to worry about DUIs and driving drunk, because they can, call Ubers.
And then there's no car note, there's no insurance, things of that nature. I feel like what I said earlier, you gotta have one. What if my car breaks down? How are we supposed to get around? How am I supposed to get
y'all
to work?
gonna share Uber?
Yeah, we can do that.
You gonna share Uber?
Because no, I don't think Big Dog, me, I'm not gonna deal with someone that's not working, has no desire to work, doesn't bring anything to the table. I can't love nobody like that. So show me where unconditional love exists. Big Dog, does unconditional love exist?
I think it's a case by case basis. I don't think it's prevalent now as it was probably when we were growing up, guys.
It's not. But you know what I think about?
I think it goes back to what you said, Dee Marie. It's the status thing. If you don't have this,
it's all about status. It's status for everybody. But you know what? When I think about this topic, who always comes to my mind when we talk about things like this is Tyler Perry's story. All the time. Classic example of where he started. Homeless, in his car with nothing. And remember, he had a girlfriend at the time. But because of his living situation and his status at the time did not, it did not fulfill her well-being and her, where she wanted to be in life at the point in time. She did not see a future. She didn't see stability in him. She didn't see him as a provider at the time. But had she would have stayed the course, and if she really, strong word, believe, faith, which most people have to lead by example. They have to see it to believe it. You know what I mean? But had she would have stayed the course by him, help build him, help maybe even, you know, join him and, you know, and try to, I don't know, I guess be by his side with whatever dream and goals that he had at the time. You know, her life, you know, she probably would have had a different story right now, you know, instead of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But, you know, I've been in several situations where, and that's another topic too, but it's no different than in relationships where the woman is financially makes more money than the man. Does that make the man feel less of a man because his woman makes more?
Well, some women do make the men feel that.
True. Especially when there's an argument and it's like, well, you can get out because, you know, but it's status. There again, it's status. It's all about statuses. So is there real unconditional love? I guess the answer to that could be probably not without conditions.
So if that's the case, then why do we set, when you bring it to the table, why do we set certain guidelines when you come to the table? That's status too, right? You gotta be driving, you gotta be working, that's status.
Yeah, it is status, but it's not
the homeless person. Then it's status.
It's not everyone.
It can also be a sense of security.
How's that a sense of security? I can't give you security if I don't know you.
No, but everyone's, you know, some people always want a quick come too. You know, because I know certain relationships where, you know, one would only want to be with one because of the statuses that they have, you know, or where they are. So they think, well, shoot, if I'm with him, I'm sure I can piggyback off of his fame and his, you know, the accolades and things that he has, which will help bring me up.
Right. Oh, that's
because he could pave the way, lady. You know. So some people are always looking for a come up as well. They're not always in it to be in it. They're in it to get what they can get out of it. What can I
get out of it? Right.
You get that, Leah? You always looking for a come up.
Hey man, that's reality, man. It's reality.
It's not the majority. It's not the majority. But there is a small percentage of men. There's a small percentage of women that will come to the table without conditions. It's a small percentage that will say, you know, hey, I am a movement by myself, but you know, we're a force when we're together. There's a small percentage that will say, hey, I'll take the 50 I have, you take the 50 you have, and together we're gonna put it together. We're gonna work with what we both have. You be the wind beneath my wings, and I'll have your back. You have my back. You know, unfortunately, that's what our mouths say. But when it comes time to implementing that, that's when usually you'll come to roadblocks, because even, you know, and I know this is a whole nother topic, on there's certain things that some men say that some Black women won't do when it comes in the in the sex category versus what other women, white women, won't. You don't even have to ask them. They just do it. Whereas Black women get mad. Well, I gotta. It's always the bickering, the nagging, and you know, and that's what we're posed as. And that's why I say, I think, you know, the opposite sex, they're more submissive. They will do. They don't question. They don't get mad. They don't get angry. And I'm tired of I always got. God, I've been at work all day. You know, you don't mess up my hair.
Why is that? Why are Black women not more submissive than other races, other cultures?
I'm just going to take a crack at it because we've had to struggle.
Come back with that.
Hold that thought. We're going to go to a break and come back. We're going to wrap this all up like a Christmas gift. We'll be right back there. are back. I mean, this is keep going, but we can't get off them. We can't get off this train. The ride is too good, right, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
So, I hope I don't piss y'all off by asking this question. Why are black women not more submissive than other countries?
Let me add a part onto that too, Leatis. Why are black women now want to be smaller and the opposite counterparts as the Caucasian and Spanish want to be thicker? Oh yeah, that's been a thing lately.
That's interesting.
Well,
that's a new thing lately. Black women want to be smaller and the opposite counterparts want to be thicker. They want to have the hips and the butts and the chest and all that. When black women don't want to have all that no more. Why?
Okay, so first part, why aren't black women submissive? There are some black women who are submissive. The problem is because a lot of them have struggled and had to pull the weight or had to do things so much by themselves. When they thought that they had someone and they were submissive with them and they were let down or disappointed, they feel like, no, I can't follow you because you leading us down the wrong path. You taking us in the wrong direction. I could go into more detail, but I know we're on a time schedule. The other part about black women wanting to be smaller, we've gotten flack. I've gotten flack for having hips and thighs, small waist, or, we don't look like what we see on TV, what's in the magazines. We don't look like the white woman with the little waist and the little boobs and, So now, like you said, they're wanting the big lips like us. We were always taught that was unattractive to have the big lips or to wear the red lipstick on our big lips. Or because we had the hips and the thighs, the black men didn't look at us, oh, you too big. They wanted something small. And it is very interesting that today the tables have turned. My concern is, obviously, I want to be healthy first. And I want to look nice in my clothes, and I, want to be appealing to my man. But it's interesting because the other races used to find us, we're so offensive and we're this and we're that, but they're trying to do everything to be like us now. We're finally in, if that's the right phrase to use.
I'm gonna piggyback off of why aren't black women more submissive? And I've heard this come about a lot, and there again, women, please don't get me on, because it's not all women. However, it is said that the reason being is that to most black women, we feel that we've had to be the vast majority to be the providers all the time. We're the ones that had to stand up and pretty much mend the homes while men were the financial providers. However, I believe that, or I'll say rather, it's been said that in order for a black woman to be submissive, she wants the man to be able to prove through his actions and his deeds that he can be an effective leader, protector, and a provider before she can submit to him.
She has to have that sense of security.
She needs that sense of security in order for her to let her guard down, to know that I will be submissive to you if you can show me and prove to me that you can be an effective leader, that you can actually lead this household and or lead me, for me to drop everything and solely commit to you and allow you to lead the way. Whereas other cultures, it's built in their culture. That's just how they were raised. Yeah. That's how they were raised, and there again with women, it's also too a sense of pride, especially now that, women are making more money, we're becoming managers, CEOs and things like that. So, we're put in positions to where we feel that, well, you either got to come correct or not, and if so, don't tell me anything. If, I don't know, but that also steals back to status again.
And you also have to look at it this way too. When you're talking about women being submissive, whether you're black or not, we should be talking about married couples being submissive, because in a lot of cases, men want women to be submissive. You want me to do all the things that a wife is supposed to do, but yet we're not even married. And me personally, I don't have a problem with being submissive, because I feel like I'm going to treat you the way that I want to be treated, whether it's reciprocated or not. That's just how I am. That's just how I'm raised. You know, you may come in the house, you're tired, you left your shoes at the door. Instead of me as a black woman, why you got to leave your shoes at the door? I just pick them up and take them where they need to go. It's no big deal. I don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Oh, he left the toilet seat up. Just put it down. You know, a man is supposed to come home. That's his castle. That's his place of peace. You know, he gets beat up by everybody else. Why come home and get beat up by your woman? I can see you're tired. I don't have a problem reaching out, massaging your back, rubbing your feet. Do you want something to eat and I haven't prepared it? I'll prepare whatever it is that I need to do to make you feel comfortable in your home. But again, a lot of men expect for women to do all of these things, and you haven't made the commitment to make her your wife yet. Why should a woman commit to doing certain things as a single woman and she's not a wife? All of these things, whether it's social status, being submissive or what have you, you know, you want those things, but you have to prepare the way to get there. If you want all of these things and then you're not going to make a commitment to be not a lifetime partner, but a husband and a wife, then it's almost pointless, because you can do that with anybody. You have to be special enough for a woman to do certain things with you. And she has to know we're exclusive, we're getting married. It's only you and because I know we're going in this direction, I don't have a problem with it. And even as being single, you shouldn't have a problem with it, because you know that this is supposedly who you are, what you're going to be after you say I do. Because some people will change after they say I do.
Relationships change after you say I do.
Yes, they do. Yes,
they change after you say I do. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Do y'all think Travis and Taylor gonna get married?
I think they are.
Or do you think he's just gonna be another song?
I don't think he's going to be
another song. The song is gonna come, but will it be a lasting relationship? I don't. Yeah, I think the wedding probably will happen. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's going to be a lasting one, because no relationship that's in the public eye such as that lasts long. Especially when you have the public all in your relationship. It's just, it won't last long. It won't last long.
I hope it does. And I beg to differ, because I look at people like Denzel Washington and Paulette Washington. Look at how long they've been married. Look at Angela Bassett and her husband.
Yeah, but she wasn't in the limelight. Like,
right.
You know,
they're not in the public eye, such as Taylor is in the spotlight.
There are different status levels for them, but they're all in the public eye because everybody knows their name. But they allow so much media in their lives as well. You don't see cameras in Denzel's face or Paulette, him and his wife when they're at dinner. You know, you have to set the tone, whether you're an entertainer, athlete or not. This is a private moment. Because let's go back to the Michael Jordan days, him and Juanita when they were married. The camera wasn't always on them, or they had sense enough to say, hey, we're trying to have a moment here, you know, we're out on a date, or I'll sign out autographs after we finish, or I got my family here. People have to set standards and boundaries. And a lot of people don't. They just, oh, yeah, my fans, these are the people that made me. And this is, yeah, come on, blah, 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 blah. And after a while, that gets old.
Yeah. I see that.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. All right, ladies. It's been a pleasure. I enjoyed this.
We did too.
We gotta do this again. We gotta do this again. Yeah, definitely. We got to do this again. What you think, Big Dog?
Always. pay our bills, so you don't have problems.
Yes. There's no conditions for y'all to come in. Unconditionally, you're welcome.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
it.
Hey, the announcements put out before we go. You know, people do watch the show. Hey, man, y'all. Hey, all the viewership people out there. All In Sports is coming back to All In Public Access, Laurel TV, Arundel TV, RVA, and Prophet CW again, Anthony TV. But also want to put out too that we got some new shows coming. Electric Football's back. Ryan Phillips and them starting, but they start Sunday. Started past Sunday, back on TV, so y'all start watching out for that. We got a couple other things coming down the line too, so y'all stay tuned. We gotta take us home.
Right. Again, ladies, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all coming on. And again, we got to chop it up again. We leave you like we always leave you, whether you like it or don't like it. Damn it, you better learn to love it. All In Sports. But this was all in everything.
Yes.
For the ladies, D, Marie, Sharon, for the big dog, I'm B Ice. We are out of here.